Hey, everybody, welcome to a very special episode of NC-17. I always say excited, but today is a special day because we have with us a genuine article, a man who leaps and bounds is probably one of the best people I've met in my entire life. We got Kevin Gencerowski. How are you doing today?
Hi Josh, doing great.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks for having me back.
Hey, like I say, man, my home is your home, brother.
Awesome. I know it's been a little while, but it's good to see you.
Oh yeah, you too, man. You too. We will be talking about some exciting things that are in the works.
Oh
But
yeah.
first, I would like to say happy 21st birthday, Kevin. How you
Thank
doing?
you. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I wish it was 21.
All seriousness though, happy birthday. I am
Thank
honored
you.
to have you on this day because this is, a day that is your day. So thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. So that being said, let's get into the good gory stuff.
All right.
So for those out there, Kevin he's a writer, director, all around genius, if you ask me, but that's just my opinion. He has created the Creep Footage franchise, which is about to hit a very huge milestone. So right off the bat, the a lot of questions came up, like what are your feelings and everything like that. One, a fan question. We're going right off the bat. Fan
All right.
question said, why now is the perfect time for you to make your feature film debut, full feature film debut?
Well, I mean, it's I've been thinking about it for a while. Once I got into the short films, I knew there was enough substance there to, put it into a full length feature. Especially after doing Creep Footage 5, which, if I went any further, it would have been a full length because it was already tapped out at 40 minutes. So it's just something that I thought about for a while. I mean, ever since the beginning, getting into the short films, it was always there. The idea was always there. But I wanted to take my time and put Creep Footage out, short films to give people an idea, not just the story, but my style as well.
Oh
Just
yeah,
you can see what Kevin is about, you know.
oh,
And so far, it's been pretty good feedback.
oh yeah, oh yeah. Uh, Not only like are you a genius when it comes to writing, and I don't use that word a lot, you know, but the way you make your films, like I see a lot of found footage and stuff like that, but you do yours differently because you get the people to not to give away everything, but you get the people to do what they do, and then you just put it all together, you
Yes.
know.
Oh yeah.
And I think the way you kind of from beginning to where you are now, I think the story, even more so than a character or characters, I think the
Mm.
stories kind of like made you a legend.
Thank you.
It's
I appreciate that.
because I mean, if you
It's
look,
just weird. It's still weird for me to hear. It's like, it's
hey, it's the truth. I mean, and in the circles I run, they know you, and it's likewise amongst a lot of them. So,
no,
yeah.
I mean, I sincerely appreciate that. I mean, it's it's something that first you should want to do it for yourself,
Hmm.
but when you're creating something, obviously, you hope that somebody likes it. You hope it's not just you. You
Oh
know,
yeah.
it's like because it's taken a big leap to just put it out there. I
Oh
mean,
yeah.
whenever I've put one of my short films on YouTube for people to watch, I'm a
Oh yeah.
little nervous. I mean, it's an exciting nervous, but nervous still. Because it's like, oh man, what if this sucks, and what if I'm the only one that gets it, and you know, but surprisingly, people have liked it. I mean, part five has like over 300 views,
Yeah. Yeah.
and I'm like, okay, I did something there.
Oh yeah. Well, I also think that the people you get to work with you, that's a testament to who you are as a person because you got a lot of amazing talent, you know? And the fact
Yes.
that I could just name three right off the bat. One, been a long time. I'm probably going to mess her name up. Dylan Fawn.
Yep.
All right.
Harvey. Yep.
Here we go. Harvey. Yeah. Had to look. uh, she's been with you for a while.
Yeah, she's been there since the beginning, since the Creep Footage 3. And it was one of those situations where I just ask. If you
Uh,
don't ask, it's an automatic no.
exactly.
So I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna put a little feeler out there. I honestly I don't know what to expect in return.
Right.
Um, but with Dylan and with everybody else too, it's like I like to establish a connection first, just to kind of, you know, uh, just have that little bit, even if it's just a little bit of a connection. Maybe I've been Facebook friends with you for like a week or a month or whatever.
Uh,
Um, and then it's like, okay, I hear, ideas start to spin, and I'm like, I gotta ask. So I sent her a message, just saying, do you mind if I use a picture of you? And then she responded, yes, that's fine. But then she had some ideas as well. And
uh,
then all of a sudden, it just kind of took off from there.
oh yeah. It it's amazing at what you can do with the people you work with, you know? It's
Yes.
I mean, you run the gamut of a lot of big names, you know, and it's just way too many to name, but I will say that the people you've gathered,
Mm,
they all have the same respect for you as I think everyone else does. So,
thank you. I
it's,
mean, one of the more recent names that I picked up for Rotten to the Core, for my full length that I'm currently working on, is Sandy Johnson.
mm-hmm.
And, I think in this industry, we all know who Sandy Johnson is,
Yep.
and for her to help and want to put a little scene together for me, I mean, things like that just, means everything. It just means everything to me.
Oh yeah. You know, also something else that makes you kind of like a standout person. So this is going to be an episode all praising you because you know this is a special day for you. So, but something else that stands out that makes you an amazing person is not only just the established people because it's people who are just now getting into it. You know, I mean, I
Right.
can think of one right now. Someone we're both familiar with, Reese Bowling.
Actually, I just watched your interview with him,
Uh,
and he's awesome. I'm looking forward to it. He's a great guy.
oh yeah, you know, uh, you can tell that you're this is a compliment and kind of like a double-edged sword because it's also like you know a praising moment too, I guess if you could call it that. The way you pick and choose your scenes, your characters, and I won't even go as far as to say who plays them because you accept everybody.
Yes.
But the way you do your scene, you know, well, the way you write makes people want to work with you, myself
Hmm.
included. I mean,
Right.
you were gracious enough to say, "Hey, Josh, you want to be in Creep Footage 4?" I was like, "Sure," you know, and then I was blessed to have you ask me to come back for Rotten to the Core, which I am eternally grateful for. Thank you.
As I am.
You know, uh, but I think that we've gone past the stage of working together because when I talk to you, amongst other people, but when I talk to, I don't feel like I'm talking to a coworker. I feel or someone who I'm going to work with or work for. I feel like I'm talking to my friend, my brother. You know,
Well, yeah, because you are.
yeah, and
I mean, you and I from the first time I was on your show, sometimes you just hit it off,
hmm
and you sort of just have that chemistry, and this is someone that I can just talk to and feel comfortable with, you
oh yeah,
know, and that's what I get from you. That's why I have much love and respect for you.
hey, the feeling is mutual, my friend. Uh, I do have another fan question, viewer question, whatever you want to call it. They said, "What does Rotten to the Core have in store for everyone who's going to be watching it?" Without spoiling anything, of course.
I mean, it's funny because I get that question, even from my mom. She's like, "What's gonna happen to Apple? What's gonna? You got to tune in, Mom. You got to tune in. I can't give too much up. Are you gonna kill him? Is he gonna die?" I'm like, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I mean, it's one of those things where I can say it picks up basically where part four ends.
Oh yeah.
If everybody kind of remembers the end of part four, where me, but Apple is standing in front of the insane asylum,
hmm
and all of a sudden you just hear a gunshot, and then it goes out. That's where it kind of picks up.
Oh yeah. Okay. Okay. Uh, so now my question would be, does the story? I won't even say with just Apple because so far the story with Apple, in my opinion, has made this character up there with some of the best. He's like the Hannibal Lecter minus the cannibalism.
Right.
Like he's a methodical person,
Yes.
character, and but all these other characters that are surrounding the core character. See what I did
Right.
there? Rotten to the core.
Yeah.
But anyhow,
This
sorry, bad dad joke.
that was awesome.
But all the characters that surround this core character are affected by him.
Yes. Yes.
So in that aspect, it's like Apple. All these characters are an extension of Apple. Would that be a fair assessment?
That is a fair assessment. I mean, he's definitely going back to the beginning, the very beginning story of Apple. I just wrote a short story, and it was about this young kid that got bullied, by the neighborhood creeps. And, he just couldn't take it and ended up finding a mask. And this mask just helped him feel like he was somebody else. And it basically helped get his revenge on his bullies. So that happened. Obviously, in part three, you kind of learn about the insane asylum a little bit, Nurse Candy. He thinks he's going in to get help, but doesn't really get any help. And it
True.
just makes him worse, and he really starts taking it out on everybody,
Oh yeah.
and then part four was okay. It's sort of like 30 years later, he's been hiding out in northern New Hampshire, and um, Rotten to the Core will fill you in with all those details.
Oh yeah. Uh, so I later on I do have two more fan questions, but a question because when I filmed my scene for part four, my
Mhm.
wife goes, "You're in the movie." I was like, "Well, I guess you're just gonna have to wait and see if I made the cut." So she watched it, and she's not a fan of horror.
Right, right,
She watched it, and but then I was like, "Well, see, now that you got this, you have to get the whole story that's out so far. So you got to watch one through five."
right. You gotta go back and just kind of, yep.
Oh yeah, and her words, not mine. She said this is kind of like a love story to the silent film era without the silent, without the
Mm.
silence. And I was like, all right, elaborate, because you can't go that and then say without the silence because that makes no sense. She said because the way stories were made back then
Right.
is kind of like how you're making your story.
Mm.
And I was like, still makes no sense, but I get it. but then she goes, well, I'll dumb it down for you. I was like, thank you. Forget, you're smarter than I am. So she said that this is what she would see from someone of the Sam Raimi like level on
Okay.
the independent scene.
Right.
And she said that you are methodical with the way you write and you're methodical with the way you have these characters portrayed.
Mm.
And I was like, well, he gives people free reign. She was like, that's being methodical. How many people
Right.
give them free reign?
Right.
I was like, all right, now I get
I
it.
mean, just to let you know, and just to let basically everybody know, it's like if I want you in my film, you're gonna be in my film. There's no cutting you. You're not gonna end up on the cutting room floor. I will cut, which I did for part four. I had to do some cut to get it down to the 40 minutes. And I cut a lot of just my own, me kind of stuff to keep everybody in there,
Yeah.
because it's important for me to keep all you guys and my characters in there. And me, I can just do whatever.
Well, see, now you got to make a director's cut of part five and put all your stuff back in there. So,
Right. But you will see more of me in Rotten to the Core.
oh
So,
yeah,
because now I'm going full length, so I have the space to fill
oh yeah,
where not so much in the short films, but now I have the space to do that.
oh yeah. Uh, Perfect segue into the next fan question. How long do you want Rotten to the Core to be, like lengthwise?
I'm, to be honest, I'm shooting for like at least 90 minutes.
Oh yeah.
An hour and a half I think is a good time.
Hmm.
It's not too short, it's not too long. It's just enough.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I'm shooting for 90 minutes.
Oh yeah. I mean, that's a good time. Trust me. I know a lot of people ain't gonna point no fingers that went kind of crazy with writing, but you get it. No, in all seriousness, it's people like you that make a lot of people want to get into the industry, you know,
Mm,
especially a lot of these freelance writers,
right.
because I've talked to a couple people who I don't know why they're coming to me for advice, but I've talked to a couple people and I'm like, you want to know about writing? These five people you talk to, or like watch their stuff, and you will learn the writing, and you're one of the top five of all time,
Thank you.
in my opinion. You know, and that to me is like the ultimate respect is when people want to see your work to kind of
Right.
not only just get to know you, because trust me, you can get to know people through their work, but
Yes, you
it's
can.
it's also for them to get to know you on a level of, well, damn, you know, he's an inspiration. So that to me is one of the ultimate respects.
I mean, I
Uh,
appreciate that.
oh yeah,
And I do my best. I mean, for me, I mean, sometimes certain things leave me speechless because it's like I remember just starting to get into film making, and I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just walking around with my camera and sort of, but once you get that idea, once you sort of get that image in your head, it's like, okay, I want to see if I can transfer it from up here to the screen,
oh yeah,
and it's been a wild ride so far.
oh yeah. Uh, so let's kind of go over some of the other things you have planned. A little birdie let me know that you're going to be attending a convention.
Yeah, it's gonna be my first expo. It's in July. It's a local one, so it's here in New Hampshire. It's called Monster Expo. Um, and the closer we get to it, I'll be posting about it. I've already shared like a couple of guests, special guests on my Facebook page that will be
Okay.
there. But yeah, again, it's just that idea popped in my head. I saw an opportunity and I'm like, I don't do this. You know, I don't go to these things. I go as a fan,
Oh
you
yeah.
know, but I don't go as promoting myself. But
Oh yeah.
again, trying to get outside that box a little bit, get outside my comfort zone a little bit, you
Oh yeah.
know, and just go and have a good time and promote myself
Oh
as
yeah.
well as all my characters and you guys.
That to me, that is one of the most important things that us as writers, directors, actors, just everyone in general in this industry, that is probably the number one way of getting out there is promoting, you know.
Right.
And this year's a lot of firsts for you. First feature full length film, first
Yeah.
convention. So me personally, as your friend, I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
You know,
Thank you.
and that's that's commendable because some people just don't want to take that step.
Yeah, and that's normally me. That's normally like, I'd rather just go as a fan and kind of stay in the background and but now I feel I have something to share and
Oh yeah,
something to put out there. And it's again, I'm a shy person. I'm very shy and very reserved, and I'm more of an introvert than anything else. But again, I'm just trying to put myself, you see an opportunity, hmm, you know,
gotta
they
take it.
don't come by very often.
That is so true. Uh, so let's talk about something else that you have excelled in. You know, you are a two-time NC-17 award winner.
And that's awesome.
You know, uh, so I will again reiterate anyone who's going to watch this, I do not decide the winners. I do
Mhm.
not. And you won it best editor twice, back to
Yeah,
back. You're like the
yeah.
only person in NC-17 history, the entire 3 years we've had it. But anyhow, to where you've
Hey, that's
won.
3 years though.
Oh yeah, to where you've won back to back. And
Mm.
I mean, when they came to me and said, "Hey, hands down, Kevin's the winner of best editor," I was like, there was a part of me that was like, I get it. Then there was a part of me that
Right.
was like, wow, I'm speechless because I was like, I mean, it was some stiff competition this year, or last year.
Well, yeah. I mean, before anything, like I've said before, I think in other interviews, I'm a fan first,
Mm-hmm.
and I love just watching other people's work. And again, like we said a little bit ago, it's like you get to know them through their work,
Oh yeah.
and I have a whole shelf in my closet of just indie film.
Oh yeah.
Actually it's in alphabetical order and everything, but you know, it helps me find the movies that I want.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. Unlike me, I'm in the middle of like changing my stuff around. uh, but there's something to be said about just the accolades one gets. I'm not even talking the NC-17 awards. I'm just talking accolades in general.
Mm,
Because it doesn't necessarily mean you have to win something
right,
to already have it. You know,
right.
there's one thing I've never said to anybody on any of my interviews or anything like that. At least I don't think I have. I got almost 300 videos, so that's a lot.
That's a lot.
uh, you have a pure heart.
Mm,
You know, you look at everybody as equals. You look at everyone's work as something, even if it's 3 minutes to 3 hours. I've seen a 3 hour independent film before. Wow.
wow. I would say wow. I mean, 3 hours.
Oh yeah. But you look at it all as, an achievement, not even for yourself, because you may not be involved with it, but just for everybody else. And that to me, that hands down, that's a respect that I think everyone should have. And
I
you
mean,
have that.
you put yourself out there by creating Not There. And I mean, you're already working on number two, and I'm already a fan and I'm looking forward to just watching it. And I'm also proud of like Steve Livingood and everybody that's just really pursuing, you know, their dream,
Oh yeah.
and it's like what you said just a minute ago. It's like I'm very thankful and so appreciative of winning the best editing awards. But if I didn't win anything, I still love what I'm doing.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
still gonna do it. I'm still gonna put it out there, and just keep going and keep doing it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
But it is nice to get recognized. It does feel good.
Yeah. You know. So on a side note, like someone asked me, is Not There going to be up for NC-17 awards? I was like, that would definitely be kind of like a biased thing because you get what I'm saying?
Well, you created it,
Yeah.
but you don't decide who gets the award. So if you take yourself
That's true.
out of the award part of it, you just
That's true.
you leave it up to these people over here. You're not voting on your own film. So you can kind of still get in there
Yeah. Well, we kind
in
of
a
talked.
sense.
Oh yeah. uh, we kind of talked about that, and to me personally, and this is me putting my heart out there right now. I will always say this show, the movies I make, is not about me.
Hmm.
It's about everybody else. So,
Right.
in that aspect, I want everyone else to kind of be, shown and be able to shine and stuff like that. And I don't think it would be fair to have it in there. However,
Yeah.
because we have such amazing talent, they're in other movies. I mean, look at Marley. Uh, she's won awards. She's been nominated for awards, and she's one of the main actresses. So,
Right. Right.
you know. Uh, last fan question, and then we'll just start having fun with what we want to do. uh, this one, I actually kind of agree with this question being asked. How much of yourself do you put into the character of Apple?
Wow, that is a good question. There's quite a bit there. There's quite a bit there. Obviously, I create a story, that's not real, like when he murdered everybody. I didn't do that stuff,
All right.
you know,
Well, if
but
you did, you're really good. No, I'm just playing.
but the story of the bullied kid, certain things that happened to him, it's based on some actual things that happened to me when I was a kid. So yeah, I do have quite a bit of myself in Apple.
Uh, we got about 9 minutes left. So what I want to do is let's have some fun.
All right.
We're gonna see how many times we can get you to laugh, which is probably not gonna be hard, but still.
I'm already laughing.
Right? Uh, no, but let's have some fun. So, uh, before we get into all that, I do want to say thank you for accepting the offer of being a producer on Not There Too.
Oh yeah, it's my pleasure. I mean,
Yeah,
thank you.
it's my pleasure. Okay, so I'm going to give you 5 minutes. You can ask me anything you want to ask me. Now, I've never given anybody more than a minute to ask me anything. So you got 5 minutes to ask me anything you want, and I will answer as honestly, well, I will answer as many as I can.
Okay. Well, this is different.
Yeah.
Okay, Josh, welcome to the show. Um, so,
Thanks for having me.
oh, it's my pleasure. It's my pleasure. Um, Tell us a little bit about yourself. Like, what got you into horror films?
Ooh, good question. Uh, I was 5 years old. My mom let me watch my first horror movie, which was the original Exorcist, and I was like, her head spin. That shit's not natural. I'm gone. So, only movie ever to scare me. But then I continuously watching horror movies with my mom and with my family and stuff like that. Sleepaway Camp.
Mm,
You know,
classic,
oh yeah,
classic.
that's the movie that got me hooked on horror, and then Halloween, and then
Another classic.
all the 80s and 90s, mostly the 80s horror, franchises got me hooked. And then when it finally revolutionized with franchises like Scream, I Know What You Did Last Summer, that's when my mind kind of flipped and I was like, okay, now we're going with a younger audience.
Right,
So I was like, okay, I'm hooked. And as long as they can keep rejuvenizing the industry, especially that genre, I'm going
right.
to be 100% hooked. So,
There you go. I
yeah,
mean, they are working on, I guess, a Scream 7 is supposed to be coming out
yeah,
this year,
yep, next
which
month.
I'm excited about. I'm excited about it
Oh, yeah,
because it's just at this point, it's just curiosity. It's like, okay, where are you going to take it? Where's this one going to go?
oh, yeah. Well, we can guarantee one thing. The old cliche is Sydney's not the girl that runs upstairs and gets killed. She runs out the front door. But sorry.
True.
Yeah, that's what really got me into the horror genre and just in movies in general was watching movies with my family when I was younger.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like when you were a kid, do you ever like, check anything out like the movie theater,
Oh yeah.
stuff like that? Go to the movie theaters?
Oh yeah. Here in Michigan, we used to have like we were one of the states that had the largest amount of drive-ins.
Oh, there you go.
So
Drive-ins.
we would go to the drive-in every weekend.
Yeah.
From the age of 5 to I think I actually started working at the drive-in at 18. So
Wow.
it was yeah, we were there every weekend. Sometimes we would see some oddball combinations. Like one time, I think they had Gremlins playing with, I think it was Muppet Babies or Muppet
That
Drum,
is
something like
kind of
that.
a interesting combination.
Oh yeah, but you figure both PG-13, so RPG.
Yeah, right.
But that's what I like is you can spend time with your family, get a double feature, and just have fun.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we enjoyed a good walk-in theater every now and then too.
Right.
But we were greedy, so we'd pay for one movie and sneak into a second movie. We were a greedy family.
I mean, I miss the days of just those drive-ins. I miss the days of video stores.
Hmm.
Just the whole experience of it, going in, smelling the popcorn,
Oh yeah,
actually looking at the cover of the movie, checking
oh
out the
yeah,
artwork,
oh yeah,
just admiring everything about
oh yeah. Speaking of video stores, Occult 83,
it.
shameless plug, will
Mm.
be housing and renting out the Creep Footage franchise 3, 4, and 5, and
Awesome.
among other movies, Dingus Day, and some other movies that I was lucky enough to be able to help get put into that movie store. So,
That's awesome. Thank you, Josh.
oh no, thank you for what you do. uh, so we have time for you one more question to either ask me or I can ask you something because there is a question I do want to ask.
I'll leave it up to you.
Uh, with everything going on, and I'll try to make this question real short.
Hmm.
There's a big controversy, and I know that if we don't talk about it, people get cranky. AI versus the AI versus authenticity.
Yeah,
I try not to get too much into it, but there's going to come a point to where it affects everybody.
sure.
Uh, just real quickly, and then we'll get off the subject because I don't really like talking about it.
Right.
What are your feelings on AI versus the human aspect of things? I'm the human aspect of things.
Well, oh, yeah, of course. I mean, I'm all just about being authentic. I still, when I watch the old 80s horror films, one of my favorites, American Werewolf in London,
Great movie.
um, that scene where he's changing into the wolf,
Mm-hmm.
just the work that went into that scene, the makeup, the work, just the timing, putting every reel. It just, I respect that so much.
Oh
I
yeah,
respect anybody that keeps it real,
yeah.
and being authentic. And AI, I'm like I said, there's a time and place for everything if you want to dabble into something. But for me, I always try my hardest to stay away
Oh
from
yeah.
that and just be real.
Oh
You
yeah.
know, I just respect people that actually put work, effort, their time into their films.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I noticed like on Facebook, I mean, everything's like becoming AI. It's like you don't know what to believe. It's, the creating fake news and all this stuff. And it's like, okay,
Oh yeah.
because they make it look so real, but it's
Yeah.
not,
Oh yeah.
So yeah, like you said, it's interfering with a lot of things,
Oh
you
yeah.
know. So for right now, I'm just like you, I don't even don't want no part of AI.
Oh yeah. All right. With that, I will end the show here. Kevin, thank you. Happy birthday. It's all
Thank
love
you,
and
Josh.
respect from here, man.
Oh yeah. Much love and respect. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, everybody. Stay in NC-17.